Hey VC, happy Friday to everybody. It's JT. I'm going to do another video before work. Imagine that. It's when I get free time. I'm going to do a video on a band that I was late coming to the party. I just discovered them about 3 years ago, and they've been around for quite a while. But it's the Black Keys, and their sound is so raw. Their earlier stuff is really raw, and it just sounds like it was recorded in a basement. And it just takes me back to when the last few bands I was in, playing in stinky basements and practicing and sweating your ass off 2-3 hours a night, 3-4 nights a week, getting ready for the studio, getting ready for gigs. We blow speakers in our stacks, screw them on the ceiling, you pop your beer, throw your lid up in the air and it would stick to the magnets. It just reminds me of a good time. It was a lot of fun playing in bands. So I just want to show some of my favorites. This is the first one. It's called The Big Come Up. And as you can see, this isn't ringware. That's just how it was made. It was made to look old. Even the back of it is quite retro. Kind of looks like something that would come out in the 50s or 60s. I've seen several different color versions of this. I have the black 180 gram vinyl. They're on Alive Records. The label's the same on both sides. I've seen this in gray, I've seen it in red, pink, and also in orange. And I actually am thinking about getting the orange. Orange is my favorite color, and it's a neat looking record. And this actually is one of my favorites. I like all the songs on it. It's just really good. Like I said, it's really raw. It really sounds like the basement. So there's The Big Come Up. The next album was Thick Freakness. This also is very raw sounding. I love the album cover. I think it's really neat. But man, these guys just I love Patrick Carney's drumming. I'm a drummer, so listening to him is really neat because he plays on a 4-piece drum kit. Labels are the same on both sides. Sometimes it's only a 3-piece. He may not have a floor tom. I've seen him play without a floor tom. So, but just the way their music sounds, that fuzzy raw guitar, it's just really, really neat. And personally, I like polished. I kind of like that sound on most of my music. I like my metal kind of raw. But so to hear that raw sound, it's really neat. It's kind of refreshing, kind of takes you back to the roots of music. It hasn't always sounded like it does now. Next one is The Rubber Factory. This one really evokes memories because one of the bands I played in was just in a small blue-collar town with factories in it. This was it's smaller than Akron. This is neat because it shows shows the burger place, like a little mom and pop's place, which is where we ate at back in the day after practice. Go to Cat Blues or whatever and grab a blue burger. But really like this one. This is probably my favorite. It's 180 gram also. I just really like these guys. I have not seen them in concert yet. They were here last September, but I did not get a chance to see them. It was a busy summer. So, well, they were here last fall. It was last fall they were here. So they're on my list. I'm definitely want to go check these guys out. Man, these guys got commercially big. Seemed like all at once. And man, their songs are on commercials and stuff on TV all the time. By the way, in the background, listen to the Kings, some Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. Doesn't get any better than this. You can still smell the smoke coming off of this bad boy. You know what I mean? Whew. After all these years, still smoking. This is where they started getting really big. This is the album called Brothers. And this is a double album. But this is the one where they started like getting really popular. This one comes with a big poster. One side has a picture of them, the other side has song lyrics. I'm not going to get it out. They are on Nonesuch Records now. And this, I believe, is when Danger Mouse started producing them. And their sound started getting a little more polished. It's still not, this record is not like highly polished or anything like that in any means. It's just, it's got a little different sound. It's a little more, sounds a little more like a studio. But it still has that raw garage sound. Really cool. Love these guys. And the jacket is, it's like a matte finish. It's like raw card. It's really neat. I like that. And this also, this came with a copy of the album on CD, which I think every vinyl record should come with the CD. I mean, come on. As much as we pay for these, this, to me, is their Led Zeppelin album. I hear Led Zeppelin all over this thing. And I'm fine with that, because I love Led Zeppelin. So to me, this one's called El Camino. This is what I call their Zeppelin album. And I've heard a lot of people say that. This is like their Led Zeppelin album. It's a gatefold. And another thing about this, back in the day, in that small town I was telling you about, this is what it looked like. Small houses. See the power lines and stuff on the sides of the houses, where nowadays everything's buried. You see minivans everywhere. Just older houses, older cars in this little town. It's really neat. This also comes with a poster of all the minivans. I'm not going to get it out, but it's pretty neat. Still on Nonesuch. Here we go. The Aqua label. This album is really good. I listened to this one yesterday, and the next one I'm going to show you, I listened to it yesterday. Just really good. This one here is probably my second favorite of their albums. Like I said, I really like the first one, The Big Come Up. I really like The Rubber Factory. This one, I would have to say this one here probably jams the hardest, I would say. This is really upbeat, really just, it kicks ass. El Camino, really good. And that also came with the album on CD, which is great. And the last one I'm going to show, this is the one that really freaked people out. This one's called Turn Blue. This one's just come out a year ago this month. Pretty psychedelic looking. The last one was their Led Zeppelin album. This is their Pink Floyd album. This has Pink Floyd all over it as well. I mean, just listening to it, going to work yesterday, it's like, wow, a lot of Pink Floyd here. A lot of it is like slow, and I don't like slow songs, with the exception of Kiss and Zeppelin and the Black Keys. Other than that, I've never been hip on the slow songs. Just not big on them. This entire album is really chill, really laid back, and for some reason I really like it. There's a custom inner, which is pretty cool, and titles and credits on the back of that. This came with a poster as well of the album cover and a copy of the CD. The labels are really cool. There's nothing written on them, just a swirl, both sides. You don't want to drop a hit of acid and stare at your turntable when this bad boy's on. You know what I mean? Woo! Take me back to the days where I saw my shoes breathe. I remember seeing the swirls and the paneling moving around. Why are we talking about drugs now? I don't know. What happened then stays there, right? Kind of like Vegas. Nah, it's been a good life. I enjoyed it. But now this one is really polished. I mean, big time. This sounds like it was done in a studio. You don't hear a lot of the raw elements from the earlier stuff at all. Danger Mouse done a good job with it. A lot of people say done a bad job. That's what I was saying. I like the fact that I discovered them after they'd been around for a while. So I was first introduced to Brothers. This is the first one that I got. And it wasn't too long after I found this that El Camino come out. So I was able to get into their current work and then go back and check out their back catalog. I'll tell you, the difference between the Big Come Up and Turn Blue, woo! Night and day, man, night and day. But two totally different albums, but they're both really, really good, superb. I have all of their albums on vinyl. These are my favorite ones. These are ones I listen to quite often. So I just wanted to share that. I love the Black Keys. Like I said, they're a newer band that I get excited about. The memories that they evoke. As you can tell, music evokes a lot of memories. That's kind of how I relate to music. I can tell you things that's happened in my life and what albums I was listening to, what was big, what was going on in music. Weird, probably. Do I care? I don't give a shit. That's how I am. But that's just how it is. I love music, and it's stamped in time throughout my life. So that's my Black Keys. I just wanted to do that because I like them, and I thought it was neat. I know they've got a lot of fans out there. So VC, hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching. Happy Friday. Keep it metal. Keep it loose.